Module 5, Paint Finishes, Effects and Textures. Module Overview. Module 5 delves into the art and science of paint finishes, effects and textures, the elements that transform ordinary walls into extraordinary visual experiences. While modules before this dealt with preparation, tools and techniques, this module takes you into the decorative dimension of painting, where creativity meets functionality. It equips you with the ability not just to apply paint, but to manipulate it artistically and technically for different atmospheres, moods, and design statements. Paint finishes and effects determine the final look, durability, perception of space, and even the psychological impact of a painted environment. A professional painter and decorator must therefore master finishes ranging from simple matte and gloss to advanced textures like stucco, marbling, metallics, rag rolling, sponge painting, and Venetian plastering. First, classification of paint finishes. Paint finishes dictate the sheen level, reflectivity, and tactile feel of a surface. Understanding their applications is vital. Flat/matte finish, non-reflective, soft look, ideal for ceilings, low-traffic walls, and covering imperfections. Limitation: harder to clean, less durable against scrubbing. Eggshell finish: subtle sheen, slightly reflective, great for living rooms, dining areas, and moderate traffic spaces. Easy to clean without being overly glossy. Satin finish: smooth and velvety sheen. Good for hallways, children's rooms, kitchens. Durable yet stylish. Semi-gloss finish: more reflective, durable, stain-resistant. Common for trims, doors, windows, kitchens, bathrooms. High gloss finish: extremely reflective and durable. Suitable for cabinets, furniture, or dramatic effects. Requires excellent surface preparation because it highlights imperfections. 2. Specialty and decorative paint. Finishes beyond the standard sheen spectrum. Decorators explore artistic and textural finishes. Metallic finishes. Add shimmer using metallic particles, silver, gold, bronze. Common in feature walls and luxurious interiors. Pearlescent finish. Subtle glowing effect with depth and richness. Textured paint. Includes sand, stone, or fibre additives for rustic effects. Venetian plaster/stucco, polished plaster technique for marble-like depth and elegance. Faux finishes, techniques to mimic materials like wood, stone, or fabric. Chalkboard paint and magnetic paint, functional finishes in modern interactive spaces. 3. Painting effects and techniques. Effects bring dynamism, character, and personality to walls. Techniques include rag rolling, using a rag to create soft, textured impressions. Sponge painting, dabbed sponge creates cloud-like organic textures. Stippling, using a stippling brush for fine dotted patterns. Colour, washing, layering translucent paints for aged, weathered looks. Ombre/gradient painting, blending colours seamlessly for dramatic transitions. Stenciling, decorative patterns applied with stencils for designs. Striping/blocking, bold geometrical division of spaces. Distressing, antiquing, creating aged, vintage effects. 4. The science behind finishes and effects. Light interaction. Glossy finishes reflect more light, enlarging a space, while matte absorbs it, creating warmth and coziness. Durability versus aesthetics. High gloss equals more washable, but can be visually harsh. Matte equals elegant, but delicate. Psychological impact. Smooth, glossy surfaces equals energy, modernity, confidence. Textured finishes equals grounding, warmth, tradition. Environmental suitability. Kitchens and bathrooms require washable finishes. Bedrooms may prefer calming, matte finishes. 5. Surface preparation for finishes. Different finishes demand different levels of preparation. Gloss equals flawless sanding, priming, and surface smoothness. Textured paints equals tolerates imperfections, but may need priming for adhesion. Specialty finishes, metallic Venetian plaster, equals multi-layer application with curing times. 6. Modern innovations in paint effects. Smart paints, thermochromic, changes with temperature, photoluminescent, glows in dark, or VOC-free eco paints, spray painting for effects, industrial precision ingredients, metallics, and large-scale projects. Digital wall printing, technology-driven decorative wall painting replacing traditional stenciling. 7. Professional skills development. This module doesn't just cover techniques but develops creative design thinking, choosing effects for the right context, technical application skills, mastering tools like rollers, sponges, sprayers, client communication, explaining how finishes will transform a space, problem solving, suggesting cost-effective alternatives when premium finishes are unaffordable.